Hey everyone, Haris here. Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to have a real conversation with you, not the typical motivational speech, not the hustle harder talk you have heard a million times. I want to share the stuff I genuinely wish someone had told me in my 20s. I am going to be completely honest with you. Some of these lessons I learned the hard way. Some of them I am still learning, and that's okay. That's actually the point. This video is going to be long because I am not going to rush through this. I am going to give you real context, real examples, and real talk. So grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's dive in. Lesson 1. Figure out what game you are actually playing. Alright, first thing, you need to understand what game you are actually playing in life right now. When you are in high school, the game is pretty clear. Get good grades, get in good college. Simple. But here is what nobody tells you. Once you get a good college, the game completely changes. The most people don't realize it. I see so many people in college still playing the high school game. They are obsessed over grades, pulling all-nighters for that A+. When really, that's not necessarily the game anymore. Let me give you a real example. When I started college, I thought I had to maintain a 4.0 GPA no matter what. I turned down opportunities to work on projects, to network, to build stuff because I was so focused on grades. Looking back, that was a mistake. The real game in college, it's about figuring out who you are, building a skill that matters, making connections, and exploring what you actually want to do in your life. So, ask yourself every few months, what game I am playing? What are the victory conditions? And most importantly, is this game I actually want to be playing? Because here is the thing, you made a decision when you were 16 or 17 about what you study, where to go. You are allowed to change your mind. You are not locked into a decision forever. Don't let sunk cost trap you. Lesson 2. Stop worrying about what others think. This is huge, and I know you have heard it before, but let me really dive this home. When I was 18, I walked around campus thinking everyone was watching me, judging me. I was worried about what I wore, how I acted, whether people thought I was cool or smart or whatever. Here is the truth bomb. Nobody is thinking about what you. Here is something I wish I would learn earlier. Every friend group, every organization, every team needs someone to take initiative. And you can be that person. I was so anxious about being pushy or annoying. I didn't want to be the one to suggest things or organize stuff. But here is what I learned. People actually appreciate it when someone steps up. By the person who created the group chat, be the person who says, hey, let's grab the dinner. Or anyone want to study together, be a connector. When you get to the college, everyone is nervous. Everyone wants friends, but nobody wants to make friend. The door-stop principle. Okay, this is going to sound random, but trust me, get a door-stop. When you are in a dorm or living situation with other people, keep your door open. Not when you are sleeping, obviously, but most other times. This is about more than just a door. It's about creating an environment where connections can happen. When your door is open, people feel welcome. They feel like they can stop by and say hi. Some of my best friendship started because someone walked to my room, saw my open door. Some of my best friendship started because someone walked to my room, saw my door open, and poked their head to say, what's up? I would talk for 10 minutes, and that would turn into hanging out later. You might think, but I need to focus. I need to be productive. Here is the thing. You are not going to remember that extra 30 minutes of studying, but you will remember the random late night conversation that turned into lifelong friendship. Productivity is important, but connection is more important, specifically in your late teens and early 20s. Lesson 6. Nothing good happened after 2 a.m. I learned this the hard way multiple times. There is something magical about late night conversation, hanging out with friends until midnight. 1 a.m., those can be some of the best times. Deep conversation, lots of love. But here is the cutoff, 2 a.m. After 2 a.m., things just after 2 a.m. things just deteriorate. People get tired, conversation get weird, and you are sacrificing the entire next day for those extra few hours. I can't tell you how many times till I can't tell you how many times I stayed up until 5 or 6 in the morning, got like 2 hours of sleep, and then was completely useless the next day. It's like hanging a hangover even if you were not drinking. The productivity you lose the next day is not worth those extra hours. Learn to say, alright guys, I'm heading to bed around 2 a.m. Your future self will thank you. Lesson 7. Don't be mean to people ever. This should be obvious, but I'm going to say it anyways because it's important. You will only ever regret being mean to someone. You will never regret being kind. I'm talking about the small things too. Making fun of someone even as a joke, leaving someone out, being sarcastic in a way that actually hurts. In a moment, it might feel funny or cool, but later it will eat at you. And the person you were mean to, they will remember it a way longer than you will. Address things early. When they are still small, don't let resentment build up. Use I feel statement instead of you always statement. Instead of you always leave dishes in the sink and it's too annoying. Try, hey, I feel stressed. Hey, I feel stressed when the kitchen messy because it's hard for me to relax. Could we figure it out, the system? Pick your battle. Not everything needs to be a big deal. Is this worth damaging the relationship over? Listen more than you talk. When someone has an issue with you, really hear them out before getting defensive. I have seen so many friendships and relationships fall apart because people don't know how to have difficult conversation. Learn this skill early. It will serve you forever. Lesson 9. Romantic relationship in your late teens, early 20s. Alright, let's talk about dating and relationship. The original video didn't touch this at all, and it's a big part of life at this stage. First, here is what I wish someone had told me. It's okay to be single. It's okay to date casually. It's okay to be in a serious relationship. Whatever works for you is fine. Don't force relationship just because you feel like you should have one. Don't stay in a bad relationship because you are scared of being alone. If you are going to be in a relationship, here are some things I have learned. You can't change people. Don't date someone thinking they would be perfect if they just... You can't change people. Don't date someone thinking they would be perfect if they just change this one thing. Either accept them as they are or don't date them. Communication is everything, like everything. Talk about your feelings. Talk about what you need. Don't expect your partner to read your mind. Maintain your own identity. Don't lose yourself in the relationship. Keep your friends. Keep your hobbies. Keep being you. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Trust your gut. Don't ignore red flags because you are afraid of being alone. And here is a big one. Breakup happened, and that's okay. Your first relationship probably won't be your last. That does not make it meaningless. You will learn from every relationship, even the ones that end. Lesson number 10. Skills that compound over time. Okay, let's talk about the long game. When you are 18 or 19, you are thinking short term. That's due next week. What's next exam? What's the next exam? That's normal. But you also want to start doing this, that compound. Thinking that pay off not now, but years from now. Let me give you concrete examples. You can't just skip and then not do the work at all. Here is what worked for me. I will get the lecture slides and notes. I will go through them at a coffee shop or library. actively engaging with the material, not just reading passively, but actually thinking through it, making connections. I will find a study partner or group to compare notes with and discuss the content. For classes with mandatory attendance or where the professor adds stuff, not the slides, I will go. But for pure lecture courses where everything is in the material, I will often study my own. The key is be international. The key is be intentional. If you skip, use the time productively. Don't just skip to play video games. Lesson 12. Learn how to actually study. Okay, this is massive. Most people study completely wrong. They reread their notes, highlight stuff in pretty colors, summarize everything, and none of that really works. The science is clear on what actually helps you learn. Active recall. Test yourself. Instead of reading your notes, close the book and try to write down everything you remember. Then check what you missed. Spaced repetition. Study a little bit every day over a long period instead of cramming everything the night before. This is huge. Cramming might get you through the exam, but you won't remember anything a month later. Practice testing. Do practice problem. Take practice exam. This is way more valuable than passive reading. Teaching others. If you can explain something to someone else, you really understand it. I wasted so much time in my first year using ineffective study methods. Once I learned this stuff, everything is changed. I studied less but learned more. Do a little bit every day. Test yourself constantly. Use flashcard apps like Anki if they work for you. But whatever you do, stop reading and highlighting and thinking. That's studying. Lesson 14. Explore different career paths early. This is something I wish I would done more before. When you are in college, you tend to have tunnel. This is something I wish I would done more of. When you are in college, you tend to have tunnel vision. If you are studying engineering, you think you will be an engineer. If you are pre-med, you think you will be a doctor. But there are so many jobs and career out there that you don't even know exist. Start exploring early. Do informational interviews. Reach out to people with different fields and ask them about their jobs. Try internships in different areas, even if they are not your planned career. Talk to people in different major industries. Ask them what they actually do day to day. Follow your curiosity. If something interests you, even if it's not related to your major, explore it. I thought I had my whole career figuring out at 18. I was completely wrong, and that's fine. But I wish I would given myself permission to explore more instead of being so rigid about my path. Lesson 16. Financial literacy basics. Okay, let's talk about the original video mentioned Bitcoin and investing but didn't explain basic. So let me cover this properly. First, budgeting. You need to know where your money goes. I use simple system. Track everything for a month. Every coffee, every meal, every purchase. Then look at pattern and decide what you want to cut back on. Emergency fund. Try to save up at least $1,000 for emergencies. I know that's hard when you are in school, but start somewhere. Even $20 a month adds up. Avoid bad debit. Credit card debit with high interest. Student loan for stuff you don't need. Avoid it. Good debits like reasonable student loan for education and increases your learning potential is different from bad debit like credit card debit for stuff you don't need. Start investing early. This is huge. Even if it's just a $20 or $50 a month, start putting money in index fund. I like simple approaches. but buy a total market index fund and let it sit. The power of compound interest is real. Money you invest at 20 will grow way more than money you invest at 30, just because it has more time. Learn about money, read books, watch videos, understand basics about investing, taxes, retirement accounts. This stuff is not taught in school, but it's so important. I made the mistake of learning money just sit in my bank account for years. Don't do that. Even high yields saving account is better than a regular checking account. Lesson 17. Build better habits. Let's talk about daily habits because these compounds like crazy. Morning routine. Have some kind of morning routine that sets you up for success. For me, it's wake up, make my bed, drink water, do some light stretching. Nothing crazy, but it starts the day right. Sleep. Please prioritize your sleep. I know it's tempting to stay up late, but consistent sleep is one of the highest leverage thing you can do for your performance, mood, and everything. Aim for 7 to 9 hours. Try to keep a consistent schedule. Your brain and body will thank you. Exercise. You don't need to become a gym bro, but move your body regularly. Go for a walk, play sports, lift weight, do yoga, whatever, just move on. Develop a support system. Have people you can talk to when things go wrong. Friends, family, mentors, therapists. Don't try to handle everything alone. Take care of your mental health. Speaking of which, your mental health matters. If you are struggling, talk to someone. See a therapist, join a support group, whatever you need. There is no shame in getting help. Actually, getting help when you need it is one of the strongest things you can do. Practice self-passion. Talk to yourself like you would talk to a friend. You should not call your friend an idiot for making a mistake, so don't do it to yourself. Building resilience is about developing the ability to bounce back. And you build that by failing, learn and trying again, over and over. Lesson number 19. The Serenity Prayer. I want to share something that helped me a lot. It's called Serenity Prayer. It's called the Serenity Prayer. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There is so much in life you can't control. Other people's opinions, the economy, what happened in the past, global events. Don't waste energy worrying about that stuff. It's outside your control. Focus on what you can control. Your effort, your attitude, your habits, and how you treat people, how you respond to the situation. This simple framework has saved me so much anxiety. When I am worried about something, I ask, can I control this? If yes, I make a plan. If no, let it go. Lesson 20. Share generously. Share your knowledge, your resources, your time. Don't hoard information or opportunities. When you collaborate and share with others, everyone wins. Don't view your peers as competition, view them as collaborators. Share your notes, help people with concepts they are struggling with, introduce people who should meet each other. And here is the key, do it without expecting anything in return. Don't keep score. Lesson 21. Enjoy the journey. I am going to end this because it's the most important. You are going to be tempered, to constantly look ahead, to think I will be happy when I get into that school, or you will be happy when I get that job, or you will be happy when I achieve X. Don't fall into that trap. This time, your life, your late teens, early 20s, this is it. This is the journey. These are the good old days you will look back on. The degree, the grades, the achievement, those matters, but not as much as you think. What really matters is who you become, the relationship you build, and the experiences you have along the way. Life before that, Strength before weakness, journey before destination. Alright, we made it. Alright, we made it. Alright, we made it. That was a lot, I know. But here is the thing. You don't need to be so important. You don't need to implement all of this at once. Pick one or two things that resonate with you and start there. The fact that you watched this whole video tell me you are someone who wants to grow. You want to make the most of these years. That's awesome. You are going to be fine, better than fine. You are going to mess up sometimes, and that's okay. That's how you learn. If this video helped you at all, let me know in the comments what resonates most, what are you going to work on, and if you want more content like this, make sure you subscribe. I have got a lot more to share. Thanks for being here. Take care of yourself and remember, you have got this. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.